attorney.
Okay, welcome back. We are finally starting episode 2. Let me just, this is the thing. Welcome to the tea party of the unhuman, sorry. Also, let me just lower the volume on my end. Characters, we checked these last time, yeah, for episode 1. Wild that they're separated like that. Which side? Yeah. Berncastle and, Beatrice. Cool. And everyone else here. Including Beatrice here now. One thing I think I should mention right off the gate is, I had talks back and forth, and I think I'm gonna go with the idea that if there are any Higurashi related spoilers or ideas that come up that might relate to Higurashi, I'm just, I'm gonna react to them as they come up. I'm not gonna go out of my way to like specifically spoil them, but I might still say some spoilery things, so it's I feel like it's just a better experience if I react to stuff as they come up instead of trying to stifle my actual thoughts until way later. That being said, there are gonna be, I might mention some things about the Higurashi visual novels and the anime with Go and Sotsu included. Cool. Okay. Picture box, yeah, and music box. We checked all this out, so I guess we'll just start. Episode 1 was Legend of the Golden Witch, and it said, "Welcome to Rokkenjima. The Golden Witch extends you her heartfelt greetings. Before anything else, please make yourself at home. There is nothing to think too deeply about. Just be silent and take in the events in their entirety as they unfold. Yeah, that is all that is asked of you." Yeah. The difficulty level is standard. Let us at least begin on... Let us at least begin on the trodden road here. So basically, this here is saying that you're not gonna figure it out. You can try to theorize, but you're not gonna do it. Just go along with it. Which is like, I mean, whoops, I kinda paused and theorized at every possible moment, but I think that's still part of the fun, even if it's kind of wrong. Okay, episode 2, Turn of the Golden Witch. Good morning. The Golden Witch has been waiting impatiently for you. Please take your seat opposite her at the table. Have you rested well and deliberated over how you will play? The witch has high expectations of you and is determined to come at you right from the opening. I, too, am looking forward to observing your moves. Difficulty level is first rate, I think that says. The witch plans to make you surrender in an instant. Oh my god. Oh. So, yeah, what I'm gathering from this is probably Berncastle talking. I mean, just going by the I too am looking forward to observing your moves. Probably Berncastle narrating these. Warning, this episode is like, yeah, sure. Okay, let's check that we are recording. Sound is coming through. Good, 420, nice. Let's begin episode 2. Underwater. Oh boy, I'm so excited. Where are we gonna start from? Do we go from the beginning again, or what? Yeah, undoubtedly nothing more than fantasy. I'm so excited. Oh, this is immediately different. Yeah. Also, if there is an opening, I think I should skip it. Like, if it does have different visuals, then I can come back and watch it later. But, if it's the same old opening, I don't want to rewatch it because I feel like it has spoilery scenes that have yet to occur. So, like, For now, I'm gonna skip any openings that come, but we can always come back to them if you guys really want. Obviously, I don't want to skip openings, but I feel like for the sake of not being spoiled. Yeah. Okay, that out of the way. Shannon and George. Okay. Let's first check here. What do we have here? Great. Shannon and George. Oh, outfit change. Wait. Tips. Epitaph of the portrait. Yeah, like I said in my theories, Sweetfish River. Downstream. Village. Yeah. And here we have nothing in the tips right now. Cool. And what else is there? Configuration just here. Cool. Well, let's read if there's anything different in here. Shannon, a young but experienced servant. She's normally calm and performs her job flawlessly, but she messes up when she gets nervous. Furthermore, Shannon is nothing more than a pseudonym that she uses when on duty, not her real name. I wonder if that real name thing is gonna become super relevant. I mean, obviously it's gonna... I assume it's gonna be revealed at some point, but like... Wait, didn't George say her real name? I feel like he might have said her real name at the storage, but I forgot. I forgot the name. I think I have it written down on a notepad somewhere, but I don't remember quite now. Off the top of my head. Nice hat, though. And Ushiromiya George. Oh, dripped out. Dog tags. Okay. Eva and Hideshi's son, an affable young man liked by everyone in the family. He is currently studying as an assistant for his father's company, and it seems he dreams of making it on his own one day. The oldest of the 4 cousins, he acts as their leader and arbitrator. Yeah, basically the same things that were in the previous one. We'll see how and if and when they change, along with their portraits. But cool, new outfits. I like both of them. They're at an aquarium having a date. Yeah, when is this taking place? Nope, it just says prologue. Shannon found a pair of hammerhead sharks playfully swimming in the tank. Oh, are they hammerhead sharks and not stingray? Okay. And made a fuss like a grade schooler seeing an aquarium for the first time.
本当に可愛いね。食べちゃいたいくらいだよ。
Okay.
そんなのかわいそうです。知ってますか？
Did I know? Do we know what?
水族館に来て美味しそうなんて言い出すのは世界中でも日本人だけなんだそうですよ。
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really visited aquariums by myself. I know there was one in a nearby amusement park, but other than that, I don't even know where there are any aquariums near me.
そうなんだ。アメリカ人でもイタリア人でもきっと食べちゃいたいって言うと思うよ。
I mean, sure, fish is good, but I don't know. It's just they're just out there instead of a plate being grilled, so, you know, kind of a different vibe.
その
Yeah?
似合ってるよ。
Hey, good job, man.
本当に。
Shannon embraced her chest with both hands in embarrassment. She apparently felt like she was being made fun of for wearing these clothes that she wasn't used to. Even though George's face didn't show it, the truth was that even he was surprised at how easily those tremendous words had left his lips. I mean, sometimes it just comes to you, and my man is actually all suited up. Like he's actually oozing off our aura. And he was as embarrassed as Shannon on the inside. However, when he saw how embarrassed Shannon was, he started to feel less as though he was teasing the girl he liked. And instead of embarrassment, ticklish amusement welled up in him. Yeah, fair enough. Wait, that isn't just a feeling. I really am teasing the girl I like. I switch. It pains me to admit it, but I used to think that such embarrassing expressions had fallen so far out of use they no longer showed up even in manga. On the contrary, if I'd seen a couple acting like that, I'd have felt like throwing rocks at them. Wow. However, even if rocks were thrown at us now, I'm sure they would be just like confetti celebrating us. Now, I can't even remember those lonely days when I felt jealous of couples who were completely oblivious to their surroundings. To use an old-fashioned phrase, these would be truly rose-colored days. I was so entranced that I no longer even noticed the big tank of the world's largest aquarium. Huh! The world's largest, huh? Instead, I saw only Shannon happily playing with the fish, all her changing emotions showing on her face. Aw, cute.
すごいですね。クジラを泳がせることができる大水槽なんて初めて見ました。
この大水槽がここの最大の売りだそうだからね。
Oh yeah, well, if it's marketed as the world's largest, yeah, definitely.
なんでも世界で最大なんだそうだよ。
そうなんですか。それはすごいですね。本当に素敵です。
素敵？
水槽じゃなくて、まるで海の一部をナイフでスッと切り取ってここに運んできたみたい。
I mean, I think that's a cute way of putting it, but also knife sliced off part of the sea. That's lore. That's hint towards something.
そうだね。これはもう立派な小さな海だね。
Despite its size, I hadn't thought of the tank as anything more than a tank. That's why I thought her expression about slicing off a part of the sea with a knife was so interesting. Yeah, I like the idea. No matter how far humans broaden their experiences, in the end, they can only hold a single personal worldview. Maybe that's why it's so interesting to interact with someone who has a different worldview. I said that to her honestly. And she responded.
確かに、これは本当の海ではないかもしれません。
Being real but not real.
でも、ここに泳ぐ彼らが海だと信じたなら、これは確かに海なんです。
It doesn't matter even if it's fake, even if it's an illusion. To them, within, it is the real truth, and that's all that matters.
たとえ有限の水槽の中だったとしてもね。
Inside a finite tank, compared to them. Well, inside the metaphorical finite tank compared to the witches who live outside the tank, outside the box. Okay.
海だって有限ですよ。
Yeah.
仮に無限だったとしても、私たちは生きているうちにどれほどの広さを行き来できるんでしょうね。
Good question.
きっと、それは海よりずっと狭い。
確かに、皮肉な話だね。世界はこんなにも広いのに、僕たち人間のほとんどは自分の国からも出ずに生涯を終える。
True. Even myself, I don't have any desire to really ever travel outside Finland. Like, I've been to some other countries. I've been to Turkey, or Turkey. I don't know how you pronounce it nowadays. I've been to the port of Sweden and Estonia, but other than that, I haven't been outside anywhere else. I maybe enjoy visiting Japan, you know, because I'm a weeb. But other than that, I have no interest in checking out any other country. I'm very happy living in my small little box, much like this fish.
そこが完成された世界だと信じられるなら、たとえ狭い井戸の底だったって立派な世界で海なんです。そこに住むカエルにとっては。
Shannon, who spent her days as a servant on a small island 10 kilometers in circumference called Rokkenjima. Okay, we have a size. Said that with a smile. Right on. Turn of the Golden Witch. That was a shorter prologue, or are we still continuing it? Do we need to click or... Okay, it went on its own. Okay, let's see what the cast is. Battler. George, Jessica, and Maria. Yeah. I like how Battler is separated from the other cousins. Children. Well, not children, all of them, but you know. Kinzo, Kraus, and Ava. And Natsuhi and Hideyoshi. Okay. Rudolph, Kirie, and Rosa. Topical view, interesting. Nanjo, Shannon, Goda, Genji, Kanon, and Kumasawa. Yep, that's our cast, and this is the boat once again. Beatrice. There she is. At least her name. Looking at the possible place where the Torii Gate was previously. I don't know. I like the whooshing sound of the wind with a little bit of bass. Rondo of the Witch and Reasoning. Golden Butterfly. Door of Summer. Yeah? Still continuing the date, or... Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly give my thoughts. First of all, is it just this prologue, or are we gonna stay the whole of episode 2 in George perspective, George POV? Because that's interesting, and that would imply that episode 1 would be in Battler POV, episode 2 in George POV, episode 3 probably Jessica, and episode 4 probably Maria. You know, that's just how I would put them myself if all of the episodes were from different POV. Okay, cool. And then there was some talk about you know, incomplete worlds, or like a slice of the ocean, which made me think. I mean, I gave my quick thoughts on it already, that how it's interesting that maybe the witches actually live outside the metaphorical slice of ocean, and they can just pick and choose what to do and what to put in there. But also, like, they mentioned that it's, or Shannon said that it's as if they had sliced off a part of the sea with a knife and brought it here, and that's somehow connected to my brain with like maybe that could somehow relate to the riddle, like the gold, its location. Maybe the gold is technically on Rokkenjima, you know, but that specific part of Rokkenjima was sliced off and taken outside somewhere. It's still a part of Rokkenjima, even if it's not on Rokkenjima, you know? Interesting thought that I felt like. Okay, cool. Anything changed here? Probably not yet. Yeah. And nothing yet here. Yeah. And still in the prologue, and we don't have any time or date. Well, real world time, yeah. Wow, we are 35 hours in, almost 36 hours in. Almost 15,000 clicks. Okay, cool. After we finished walking through the whole aquarium, we had a slightly late afternoon lunch at a restaurant with a nice view. Any boy's heart will jump about at sight of a buffet. True. I'm actually gonna go to a buffet myself in like a week. I myself was like that in the past. But with Shannon beside me, this buffet felt different. I couldn't shamelessly make a huge pile of nothing but my favorite foods. The buffet that I am going into, it's mostly pizza buffet, and like with just like I don't know, 12 euros, you can just eat as much as you want. So I'm like, cool, 12 euros for I don't know, 5 pizzas worth of slices and infinite soda, you know, infinite ice cream. Very good, very cool. I don't know how they keep running the business with those costs. I guess making pizza is really cheap. Yeah, couldn't pile nothing, but yeah. I was, how should I put it, worried about my appearance. Yeah, that happens when you're in the presence of someone you want to impress. You're just, until you get comfortable with sharing everything about yourself to them, you will put up appearances and you will try to look cool to them. Or not necessarily cool, but at the very least, like, try to put out a version of yourself out to them that you think they would like. Yeah, worried about my appearance, and chose a menu suited for a snob. Toast, salad, and coffee. You know, George, I'm gonna be brutally honest, and I'm just gonna say that I thought this would be what you would normally like. Anyways. But I guess you're one of us, one of the boys. You're one of the kids who enjoy just infinite pizza and ice cream. It's fine. If I were by myself, I'd have made a pile of greasy stuff like yakisoba, mashed potatoes, gratins, and the like. Yeah, there we go.
シャノンはそんな程度でお腹が足りるのかい？だとしたら、男ってのは本当に燃費の悪い生き物らしいね。
別にそういうつもりじゃなくて。
Just go hog wild, Shannon. Eat all of the things there. On Shannon's tray, there was only a tea and salad. Maybe the very idea that she could get away with at least one more dish indicated that I was thinking with my male stomach. Wow.
ジョージ様こそ、それで足りるんですか？男の方はもう少し召し上がった方が良いかと思います。
I wonder if they would end up getting, like, happily married without having to die. Like, if they were to survive, would Shannon still call George as his husband, George Sama? Like, would she always use the Sama suffix? I don't know. Would George like that? I don't know. I feel like he has a little dog in him that would like that.
普段のジョージ様だったら、もう少しお昼を召し上がられていると思いますよ。
しまった、そうか。シャノンには僕が本家で昼食をとるとき、どれくらい食べてるのかバレてるんだったね。
Yeah, no use on putting on airs.
はい。だから今日はお腹の具合でも悪いのかと思いまして。
Come on, just come out and say that you were trying to impress her. Shannon was showing concern that I wasn't feeling well. Apparently I had made her worry with my stupid attempt to impress her. And in any case, it didn't seem like my stomach was going to let me keep this pretense up any longer. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
もう白状するよ。
There we go, good boy.
ついついカッコつけちゃってね。
Mm-hmm.
女の子と一緒だからって遠慮しちゃって。
だと思いました。
Mm-hmm.
親族会議でのお昼の食べっぷりから考えて、それではとても足りないと思いましたので。
Wow.
遠慮なさらずに、どうぞもう一皿を取りに行ってきてくださいな。
Same to you.
ずるいな。僕ばっかり恥ずかしいよ。じゃあ、シャノンはどうなんだい？
Yeah.
普段からこんな小食で、後宮家のお勤めがこなせるのかい？
Are you doing the same? That was very sensual. Wow. Shannon grew silent and blushed bright red. You know all about him. It's fine to show your more quote-unquote childish or unruly side. You don't need to be all prim and proper. Apparently, I wasn't the only one putting on a front, yeah. Also, if this isn't the most appropriate line in the entirety of the game, this would fit for every character. Apparently, I wasn't the only one putting on a front. Everyone has multiple layers of masks. When I realized that, my embarrassment disappeared completely.
なんだ、シャノンもそれじゃあ足りないんじゃないか。そうだよ、そうだよ。普段のランチなら、もう少し量が多いものをペロリと平らげてたよ。
That was an interesting word, perori, or something. But be careful with what you're saying right now. It could easily go on the more offensive side. Like she will take it wrong and think you're calling her fat or big eater or something.
女の子のお腹は魔法でできてるからこれでも平気なんです。
Cute. But made of magic, huh? If not all women, at the very least, maybe the furniture of the Ushiromiya household, you know? Maybe not just your stomach, maybe your entire body is made of magic, you know? Alchemy. Just add an H there, and we have a familiar case of what would you call that? Not a pet phrase, but it would be like I think in Japanese they say gobi, but I don't know what that would translate to in English.
ということは、僕たちは互いに見えっ張りだったってことになるね。
But that's cute. Now that that's out in the open, both of you can be kinda embarrassed plus happy about that the other person was trying to show off to the other person.
もう遠慮はなしにしないかい？
Yeah, George is open about it. Can we do it, that Shannon? I smiled to show that I wouldn't make fun of her anymore and stood up from the seat. Also, I remember now we did learn about her real name in the scene where he proposed to her in the rain. I just forgot what the name was. I'll try to remember or dig up the name from somewhere.
せっかく沖縄まで来たのに、ゴーヤを食べないのはもったいないからね。
Okinawa. Okay. I forget, do we know where exactly the Ushiromiya family is? Where Rokkenjima is located? Was it south also? Like near Okinawa? Or was it more central? Like closer to I don't know, Tokyo area? Goya, bitter melon.
ゴーヤの炒め物でも持ってくるよ。シャノンも一緒に行こうよ。ほらほら。
To anyone watching us, we might have seemed like a pretty humorous and, above all, embarrassing couple. But it's only after becoming a couple that you realize this banter means the world to us and is our world. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had... Well, I've had some relationships, so I can definitely understand, but it really it really changes your priorities and perspective, and like what's important to you when you truly find the one you want to be with. So no matter how cold the looks we might have been getting from other people, we wouldn't even notice. Yeah, literally doesn't matter. Indeed, at this age, I finally understood the feelings of couples who want to endlessly flirt without any regard to their surroundings. Yeah, fair. After I returned with a plate piled up with fried food, Shannon arrived with a lovely cake. Ooh, love me a good cake. While laughing at our fake stoicism, we resumed our lunch.
せっかく海を一望できる展望レストランなのに、あいにくの曇天が悔やまれるね。
That doesn't bode well. Our window seats, which we were lucky to get, showed us seaside scenery, so grandiose that it didn't even fit entirely within our field of vision. However, because of the cloudy sky, it was a far cry from its normal beauty.
そうですね。晴れていたら、さぞや真っ青な海を見せてくれたでしょうに。
そうだね。普段、六軒島で海を見慣れてると思うけど、ここの海はきっと格別な青さを見せてくれたはずだよ。
So I've heard. Like, some places just have such a clear blue ocean view that it's unfair. Like, where I live in Finland, and don't get me wrong, we have a lot of like ocean, seaside, and we have like millions of, well, not millions, we have actually over 100,000 lakes in the country. Some very small still, but still, like, I've seen my fair share of water, but most of it is usually pretty like I wouldn't say muddy, but you can't see to the bottom of the floor, you know. So it's always been kind of cool on the rare occasion when you actually get to see some exceptionally blue water, which you can either see through or it just sparkles. I remember getting to see some kind of that kind of stuff when I was visiting Turkey. I was at a hotel resort. The water there was pretty clean.
残念だな。
でも、お仕事の最中に見る海は、どんなに青くても灰色と同じです。でも、今日はお仕事中じゃないから、
Yeah? Apparently, Shannon was doing her best to say an embarrassing line. Aww. But I grate harshly. Okay, George.
惜しいな。
Wow.
ジョージ様と二人きりで見る海なら、たとえ灰色でも真っ青に見えます。
I mean, yeah, this banter works with you. You two know each other, and I think Shannon appreciates this side of you.
って言えたら、100点満点でご褒美だったんだけどな。
すみません。
My God, she has so sensual voice lines at times.
ご褒美は何だったか聞きたい？
Ooh, getting spicy.
聞いてもいいものでしたら。
ダメ。
Wow, so playful.
教えない。
Yeah, let her imagine it, and she can go wild later on in her room thinking about that.
ずるいですよ、そんなの。
When I was in elementary school, I was always the kid that got bullied. When everyone teased me, I grew nervous and speechless, to the delight of the bullies. Back then, I wondered why everyone teased me. But now, teasing Shannon like this, I understand why. This is so much fun. I can play with her emotions however I please. Wow, I mean, kinda sadistic, but like wow. And also, I guess it kind of fits because this is a certain way of a master servant type of relationship. You know, the forbidden love. One is above the other, technically. So you know, sure. George getting spicy, and I can have them all to myself. That part, yeah, sure. That's pretty universal. Right now, I can't think of any higher pleasure. I can, bowing down and worshipping Beatrice. Which is exactly why I have to treat her lightly. I don't want her to get embarrassed and have a bad time. So I decided to end the topic there and then, yeah, fair enough. You know, she can be a bit timid, so, you know, just some light teasing to give her some material for later, and then just continue on being a bit more romantic in other areas. It's not good to be too persistent. Some people like it, but yeah, mostly when it comes to like, yeah, I don't know how to phrase what I'm thinking, so let's just say, sure, fair enough. Not too good to be persistent.
お昼が終わったら海岸を歩いてみないかい?
Walk on the beach, like we had when we arrived at Rokkenjima after when we learned about the epitaph and Maria gave us the charms.
ひょっとすると雲が晴れて素敵な海が見られるかもしれないよ。
そうですね。行ってみたいです。
Sure.
そうしよう。でも、そのケーキも本当に美味しそうだね。
Oh yeah, delicious cake over. Yes.
僕も同じものを持ってこようかな。
いけません。お昼にそんなに食べた上にケーキまで食べたら太っちゃいますよ。ジョージ様は秀吉様の血が濃いみたいですから、気をつけないとおデブさんになっちゃいます。
When she said that, she got a bit blushy. Does she like the idea of a chubby George? That would be cute.
じゃあシャノンは僕がおデブになったら嫌いになっちゃう？
No, she would pamper you to death.
僕はたとえシャノンがおデブになっちゃっても嫌いにならないよ。
That's cute.
そういう意味じゃなくて、ちゃんと体を気遣わないと健康にって。
How? Yeah.
母さんにもよく注意されるよ。
Fair enough.
やっぱり僕も太極拳とかを始めて運動しないとダメかな。
太極拳, Tai Chi Chuan. Yeah. A self-defense or some kind of thing. I forget who was it that was studying this. Was it Ava? I think it was because it's brought up here. Yeah.
ダイエットは無茶な運動よりも食生活の見直しから始めた方がいいんですよ。
Oh, definitely. I've been well through that process, and just getting a steady, like just eat at a regular intervals. Don't eat too big portions. Remember to drink a lot of water, and try to mind the calorie amount. But that is very important. That's like 60% of losing weight. Obviously, you should still move about, but like just getting the eating habits correct it's a huge deal in staying fit.
その上で運動を重ねないと効果が出ないんだそうです。
つまりそれはデザートのケーキは控えろってことだね。じゃあ仕方ないからシャノンがそのケーキを頬張るところを眺めていてあげるよ。
Hey, my man.
そのケーキ丸々一つはさすがに食べ過ぎだと思いますけど、半分くらいだったら大丈夫かもしれません。これ本当に美味しいんですよ。
Shannon cut her own cake and tried to move half to my salad plate. Wow, that's a vision. That's an image. I had no doubt that she wanted to share the flavor of the delicious cake with me. Aw, no feeding. Even so, I deliberately and meanly pulled my plate away from her. Wow. She blinked her eyes in surprise. She couldn't seem to figure out if that was a refusal of the cake or not. Yeah, you seem to like teasing her a lot. So I winked, opened my mouth and said, hey George, my man. Plus. Good job. Now the real question is, how flustered will she get, or will she just go for it? Aw.
それが一番したかったんですね。もう、ジョージ様は甘えん坊です。
George is the one doing the teasing, but when we get really intimate, Shannon is the one doing the doming. Oh my god, the zoom. I mean, itadakimasu, I guess. While still wearing an embarrassed, exasperated face, Shannon offered the cake to me with a fork. Eating Shannon's cake, holy chomp. It tasted like cheap chocolate cake you could find anywhere. Still, it was exceptional, yeah, the mood and the moment. Because eating cake in such an embarrassing way, as if we were the ultimate stereotypical lovey-dovey couple, had been my dream for many years. It made this cake's flavor heavenly. If the earth is destined to end someday, I wouldn't have had any regrets if it happened right then. I know this is said for comedy, or like it's just a saying, but knowing this author, I'm scared when lines like these come up. Like, what do you mean? It was such a moment of bliss. Nice. Yeah, the palm trees, yeah. And yeah, we're in Okinawa, so yeah, obviously the palm trees. After that, we gathered shells and ran from the waves and enjoyed each other's company while walking along the beach. In the end, the clouds never parted. Yeah, yikes. However, we both believed that our eyes were still reflecting a deep blue sea. That's a line.
なんだか幸せすぎて怖くなります。
It should.
たまに言うね。何を怖がることがあるんだい？
私、後ろ宮家にお仕えする使用人です。
Yeah, that's a death sentence.
そんな私が後ろ宮家に連なる方とこうしてご一緒してるなんて。その過ぎたことのように思えて。
僕もびっくりしてるよ。シャノンちゃんと出会ったのは昨日今日のことじゃない。
Yeah.
何年も前から面識もある。でも年に何度もない親族の会合の席で挨拶をするだけ。そんな君とこうして一緒に過ごせる関係になるなんて全然想像できなかったよ。
Sure.
それはシャノンもでしょ。
Praise?
私はその。
Yeah?
想像だけはしてました。
Hey, there we go. She has the mind. She has the dirty mind.
いえ、その
Don't backpedal.
想像というよりはその妄想みたいなもので。
Hell yeah. I love it when characters admit that they were fantasizing about something or someone or being together with someone or doing something.
いつも紳士的で思いやりのあるジョージ様と ご縁があったらなって、その、妄想してただけで。
じゃあ、僕たちの縁は、君のその信じた心のおかげだね。
Believing heart. The relationship became real, became a success, because you believed. Believing is important in this story, I believe.
思う力には魔法が宿るんだよ。
Hey, there we go. Building up on the idea.
だから、その魔法がきっと僕らを巡り合わせてくれた。
Belief, devotion, magic, miracles, all linked.
そうですね。多分きっと、それは本当に魔法だったんだと思います。
Or a look from the more sinister side. It was all orchestrated and planned and puppeteered by one of the witches, most likely Beatrice. You know?
でもね、そんなことはないんだよ。
Yeah. Or maybe one of them is actually capable of using magic and did something.
僕の中でも、毎年出会うたびに美しく見違えていった君の存在は、とても大きくなっていた。
Aw, good line, good line.
そして、君にとっての僕も同じものだとしたなら、今日ここに僕らがあることは必然の結果であって、魔法や奇跡なんかじゃないのさ。
奇跡はあったんです。ジョージ様。
She stopped at the water's edge and gazed beyond the sea.
奇跡？
魔法あったんです。
I was bewildered by that slightly mysterious expression, which I sometimes heard her use. Maybe Beatrice appeared before Shannon and made her wish come true at a price or something.
魔法が？
はい、魔法です。言っても信じてくれないでしょうから言いません。でも確かにその魔法には私とジョージ様を巡り合わせてくれる奇跡を叶える力がありました。
The base, fairy tale of Cinderella.
それは何かのおまじないのこと？
Well,
そうですね。そういうものの類かもしれません。一つ違うのはおまじないなんかじゃなく、本当に本当の魔法だったという点です。
Perhaps Shannon isn't alone in wanting to credit an encounter on a miracle or on chance. It might be a universal thing all girls share. Sure, from your POV. For a man like me, an encounter with a girl is 70% effort to try to please her and 20% raw courage. Fair enough. And only 10% chance. What she believes to be everything carries little relative weight within me. For someone, something is everything, but to another person, it's not really that much. That's an idea we could hold on to. And not just in relation to this relationship, but that's a general idea. Maybe that way of thinking is in itself calculating and typical of men. Maybe. As. But were I to express that in words, any kind of magic would be broken, yeah. I do think that to become this close has taken many fortuities, I guess? Concessions and great efforts from us both, yeah, definitely. We have this private time together now only as the result of all those things put together. And if she wants to call that magic, that isn't strange in the slightest. Yeah, it's You could call it magic or a miracle. Many, much like Kinzo said in episode 1, many unlikely events that people really strive towards to make reality eventually come together in the most unlikely event, and people can call that magic because it's so mysterious and so improbable. Yeah. That's why I answered her the way I did.
そうだね。同じ運命を100回繰り返したら、僕と君がこういう関係になる結果は一度しか起こらないものだったかもしれないね。
Fate were repeated 100 times. Who's to say this isn't the 100th time and we are just looping? You need to roll those dice.
互いを意識し合いながらも、僕たちは他人行儀な関係を今も続けていたかもしれない。そんなよその世界の僕らから見れば、今の僕たちはまさに奇跡のような関係に違いないだろうから。
Sure.
そういうのじゃなくて。
It's not?
本当に魔法なんです。
I mean, even if it is magic, like something you asked of Beatrice, it still could be true what George said. Like, maybe in many other possible realities, possible worlds, this didn't happen. You didn't end up becoming couple. And only in this one and some rare other worlds were you able to muster the courage to ask or to perform the magic and get engaged like this. Or I guess you're not engaged here, you're just dating, but you know the drill.
男の方にいくら言ってもこういうのは信じてもらえないんでしょうか。
Yeah, George is not really, at least yet, into believing the whole magic thing. You know, he seems to be lacking critical information of the end of episode 1, where he prostrated himself in front of Beatrice. You know, we need to get to that stage and then he will believe in magic.
カノン君も全然信じてくれませんし。
Interesting that Kanon doesn't believe.
信じるよ。
Yeah? I mean, you don't believe in magic, but you believe in the Shannon that believes in magic.
僕が信じなくて魔法が解けたら嫌だからね。
Good line, good line.
ジョージ様。
In a small voice, I apologized for making light of her magic. And those words seemed to make Shannon a lot happier. Yeah. Never trample on others' ideals or others' wishes or something they hold precious. After all, if a pair of people believes in the magic of love, it becomes eternal. I don't like the word eternal. So.
僕からわがままが一つあるんだけど、聞いてもらえないかな。
Sure, let me just check we are still recording. Yeah, almost an hour in. A request, huh?
はい
Hi, indeed.
何でしょうか。
そのジョージ様って呼び方、嫌いじゃないけど、もうなしにしないかい？
It's not that I dislike it. Hey, I knew he has the dog in him. But yeah, sure. He would just like to close the gap with words.
もちろん後ろ宮家では対面もあるだろうから、六軒島での普段まで強制はしないよ。でも二人きりの時はなしにしよう。そういうルールにしよ
う。Yeah. Just drop the summer or have little pet names or something. Big G. Sorry, never. No, I will never call him that again. No.
ルールですか。もし破ったらどうなるんでしょう。
Hey yo, she has such a dirty mind.
そうだね。ルール違反には何か罰ゲームがないといけないかもしれないね。
I love how much he's instantly getting it. He has the brain power to realize, okay, we can go somewhere with this.
そうだな。何が聞きたい？
Ooh, and teasing once again, not willing to tell her immediately.
いえ、聞きたくありません。
Yeah, I very much enjoy the roles in this relationship. Like on the surface, George is leading and she's following, but when it gets kinky, she's leading and George is definitely following. That's yeah. Same.
何がいいか、僕も考えておくことにするよ。
Mm.
はい。ジョージさん。
It's a start.
素敵な響きだね。嬉しいよ、シャノン。
Mm-hmm.
私もサヨという名前があります。
There we go. That was it. Sayo. Yeah.
そっか。ルールはフェアじゃないといけないね。
Mm.
僕もそれを守って、今から君のことをサヨと呼ぶことにするよ。
Mm-hmm.
いいね。サヨ。
はい。
I put my arm around her shoulder and held her close. Her delicate body was pulled irresistibly towards me, and she leapt into my chest like a doll. Aw, also this word scares me. Don't describe her as a doll, because it really makes me think of that. As I held her head in my arms, we looked at the horizon together. The cloudy sky, the mist. What a lovely weather.
真っ青な海だね。
Hmm.
この海を二人で見られてとても嬉しいよ。
私もです。この真っ青な海をあなたと二人で見ることができてとても。
Oh, sorry. Damn it. As we gazed at the gray sea and a light rain began. As we gazed at the gray sea and a light rain began to sprinkle down, we kept listening to each other's heartbeats. Aw. Cute. Whoa, what a flash. Uh-oh. Okay. I was scared for a moment that it was going to be a tsunami, but no, it's just a big wave. The sound of waves soaked into my ears. No, this was the sound of raging waves. Yeah, storm is ahead. My body, bathed in painfully cold splashes, did not allow me to forget the memory of the day when my old faith was broken and smashed. Whoa, 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 whoa. Are we Shannon POV? Still in the same scene? Did we switch to someone else and we don't know who this is? Is this George remembering the end of episode 1? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello? Prologue. I'll avoid clicking there. Maybe we'll get a reveal. In the past, tomorrow had been literally like a mirror to me. Huh. All I could see in it was the same me that existed today. My tomorrow would never be any different from my today. That was my old fate. Beginning to feel like this is Shannon, but we'll see. But at that moment, for the first time, I saw a different fate beyond the mirror. The witch whispered, She tempted me to take a bite out of the fruit of knowledge. Yeah. She tormented me, saying that as long as I stayed in the paradise of God, I would remain furniture. And so I learned of love and decided to choose to become a person. Those days were like sweetly melting honey. But then I hadn't realized that they were the beginning of days filled with a new kind of suffering. Taking a motorboat that I had just been told about, I made my way to this islet. Okay, Shannon backstory probably. No, I couldn't possibly call it an islet. It would really be more appropriate to call it a reef. Sure. Hey, there we go. The thing. It had a torii and a small shrine for the local deity. It was probably built to worship the guardian deity of Rokkenjima. Even though I didn't know the exact meaning, I understood that it had a holy significance. Despite being in a place like this, I took just one more look around to see if there was anyone observing me. The only things I could see were the stormy ocean, Nijima looming in the distance, and the waves breaking against Rokkenjima's steep cliffside. I readied myself, timidly approached the small shrine, and took up the mirror that had been placed there. And seeing a different image on the mirror, or breaking free from your fate. It was an old-looking mirror, dim and dirty. If it were an ordinary mirror, that would probably give you a terribly bad impression of its value. However, since the mirror had been offered to this small shrine, that quality made me feel some kind of divinity from it. And I realized this was not merely a mirror. Is this a portal to the Golden Land? Even if it was nothing more than an old-looking mirror to a non-believer like myself, in actuality, it was a mirror that had an important meaning. Or a mirror that makes you reveal your true self, or reveal alchemically transmuted objects to reveal their reality. Is it really alright to break it after being captivated by honeyed words? Oh. Beatrice wants you to break the mirror. That's interesting. No, this is no mirror. It is the inescapable life I have lived until today. My fate. Okay. Break it. Break it and seize a life from beyond the mirror. If I don't break it, my life will forever be a pair of facing mirrors. Nothing will ever change in the slightest. Ooh, there's the magical thing. The witch whispers. She tempts me to take a bite out of the fruit of knowledge. Or maybe I have already had a taste of that fruit. Because I ended up knowing those maddening emotions. Just as Adam and Eve felt compelled to pluck the fig leaf, I can no longer go without breaking this mirror. I fought with conflict for many days. Inside my heart, the virtuous part of me and the part that sided with the witch repeatedly fought each other. And now, here I am. Did the part of me who is here win or lose? There's only one thing I know. To obtain something, you must be ready to lose something. The cowards who don't risk loss and never try to change anything will never be given the key to open the path to a new future. Key. The key is already in my hands. It is to break this. To break it. Is there any other effort I can make? As furniture imprisoned on Rokkenjima? No. There's nothing. But this. Come, have courage. I'll free myself from being mere furniture. And I'll accept my new sufferings and become human. these are surely the small and large trials I must impose on myself. Now, break it. Break the eternally unchangeable fate that imprisons me into pieces. I raised it high, thought back on all those days of conflict, and after time far too brief to do them justice, I finished my reflections and threw it. The thunder roared, crying out against me for my outrageous act. Oh boy. It was truly the wrath of the angels, preparing to banish me from eternal paradise. I looked down on the mirror, stumbling at my feet, broken in 2 equal parts. And, having made sure I had accomplished my task, I looked up at the enraged sky and screamed. Wow, the emotion. The thunder roared once more. I had already been banished from paradise, so I would have to struggle by myself in order to live. The witch had said it. That's the single element of the world. To lose it means to lose the world. Like how a flask with a hole in the bottom can't be filled, no matter how much water you scoop into it. Wow, really good voice acting. Oh boy. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm not looking. I'm just listening to it. We can, if there's new visuals, we'll look at them later. I love this song. Paul? Bloodlines, red, being controlled. Yeah, great song. I caught a glimpse of few, or not glimpses. I heard, rather. I still have my eyes closed. Is it safe to open them? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I heard some new lyrics I hadn't previously heard. Really. Yeah. Something about bloodline and being controlled by a thread, maybe a thread of the fate. You know, I heard the word Maria, but I think it was more referring to Virgin Mary. Cool. I think this is where we'll leave the first part. It's been, well, only hour and 10 minutes, but I feel like this is a good stopping point for now. Oh boy. First thoughts is, I mean, at the last video, or in the thoughts and opinions video, I said in my critical parts that I would there are some characters who I'm not too fond of, which were Shannon and George. I gave as examples, and immediately I got more with them, which is like the game just knew. The game knew I needed more, so it gave me more with them, and huge plus points to both of them. Really good. Yeah. Very interested to see if we keep George Shannon perspective going forward, or if that was just the prologue thing. Yeah. Do let me know if there were some new visuals. We'll look at them then later. But the song was the same. Cool. Yeah, lots of intriguing little tidbits there. I feel like this prologue was more thematically relevant to the story than episode 1's, because in episode 1, well, there was the Kinzo part, which was obviously important, but the part where we just introduced most of the cast arriving on Rokkenjima, that part of the prologue, it probably had some relevant stuff to it, but it was mostly for introduction. Meanwhile, this was immediately gave us character interactions and importance of like where we are going with this, maybe with this specific episode, with believing and magic and casting away, choosing your own fate, that kind of stuff. I love the new outfits. Those were great. I hope we keep them. I doubt, but we can hope. I can hope. Cool. Let me just now episode 2, chapter 1, furniture. Oh boy. Still no time and date though. Cool. Let's look at here. And we have everyone here. Okay. Before we read them to see any changes. Nothing here new. Let me just go through this. Yep, nothing there. Okay, let's see if there's any changes to the character pieces here. Don't think that's any different. Yeah, seems to be the same. Yep. Yeah, that's the same. The same. Yeah, all of these are probably the same then. Yeah. Cool. Okay, yeah. The reason why I'm ending it a bit early is because I have, well, I guess appropriately so, I've had a headache the whole day, and I don't have any pills right now, so unlucky. But I think that just fits because of, the story has characters who have headaches. Cool. Yeah, I guess we'll leave it here. Very interesting start, and that didn't really give us any indication of when the majority or bulk of episode 2 will be taking place, or how we will continue forward. That was just a prologue of some date at some point at Okinawa, Don't really know much about it, but we'll see. Cool, so I feel like this time we will be focusing more on the furniture. Furniture, the magic Beatrice is missing from here, interestingly. Yeah. On furniture, magic, and realizing your own fate. C seems to be important too, because it was a big part of the prologue. Cool. Very excited to get on to continue this episode 2 to see, first of all, if we will continue with George Shannon perspective or not. That's gonna be a big thing for me. So, yeah, I'm gonna take a break, probably a nap. I might record a second one today, later, or I might wait tomorrow until my headache's over to record more. But yeah, Patreon, early access, link down in the description. You can get early access up to 2 weeks. Cool. See ya.